It's time to get started on the subway system for our Minecraft city, San Almendro. We're going underground and are turning into mole people in today's episode, so let's hop into the city. Before we can turn into mole people, however, we need to get started on the buildings that are going up in downtown, because a few of our builders wanted to make some cute little buildings for the skyline, so I'm never going to say no to that. So we're going to get started here with a building built by EpDan. So this is a big, nice office tower. I believe this is like an 80s sort of vibe, an older style building, as you can see, and this really turned out pretty nice. So good work by EpDan. A little bit of roof work here. Beautiful, big, tall tower right on the water line of our city. So that is a nice looking building there. And then this is the next building that we are going to be looking at. This is pretty much right next door, about 1 block over from the building that was just made, and this is being built by ClayBiegel. So this is, if you can't tell, we are in like the older sort of district-ish area of the city, so these are all sort of older buildings. It's not like a super, defined area, as this is all has to be, old style buildings. It's just kind of how it's turning out. So it's just like a little mini district in our bigger financial district of this downtown area. So we have a bunch of tall, older buildings in this little area, and this is another one right here being built by, like I said, ClayBiegel. So he's going to end up building 2 buildings on this block here. You can see half of the space is being used for this building, and then in a few moments the other half will be used for another building. And like I said, this is obviously the subway episode, so we are going to get into the subway area in a few moments, but like I said, these AIs wanted to build some buildings for downtown, and we need some downtown buildings. As you can see in the background, we have a bunch of downtown skyscrapers already, but still there's a bunch of empty space that needs to be filled up. And I will say, I've seen in the comments, a lot of you guys are talking about, adding a variety of buildings, adding some suburban stuff and all that, and I see all the suggestions, and we all do. But we are focusing our efforts on this, getting this downtown core finished up, and at least, a good bit of the way filled up. We are going to have every type of building you can think of, from these big skyscrapers all the way down to the tiny little suburban houses. So we want neighborhoods, we want all that fun stuff too, but we are focusing on the big side, the taller buildings for now. But do not worry, the shorter buildings, the little town areas will come. But for now, we are focusing our efforts on the super tall skyscrapers of downtown that you'll shape the skyline with these type of buildings here. So and speaking of shaping the skyline, these buildings actually have shaped our skyline quite a bit. I like to look at this city skyline from the bridge, if you know where the bridge is located at. These 3, I think at the end, 3 of these buildings ended up going up, and they all do shape the skyline pretty nicely. So we have a ever-changing skyline with all of these plots being filled up gradually with new buildings, new super tall buildings, and we do still have a few pretty tall plots of land for some big skyscrapers. So we have a height map for our downtown area, which I guess I can show a little screenshot of what our height map is going to look like in the end. So this is in our test world, where we have each plot of land and the height for each building that goes on that plot. So that's kind of how we planned out what the skyline is going to look like before we actually have it. So yeah, there you go, a little fun hack there, I guess. A little bit of planning before we actually even built the city. We had a skyline figured out, but this is sort of the skyline, what it's going to look like. And as you can see, there are a lot of sort of tall skyscrapers that are going to go into this city that haven't been built yet. So so voice crack, but it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good, guys, and it already looks great. But I am excited for the future of what this city holds. And if we get more builders like ClayBiegel here, who are super good at detailing, as ClayBiegel is, and EpDan too, and everybody else on our build team, the city's gonna turn out amazing, as it already is. So hey, if you want to join the city build team, we got an application link in the description below. So we'd love to have you guys. All the best builders is what we want for this series. Only the best for you guys. So ClayBiegel is finishing up with this little building here. I mean, not little, but with this building here. And then I do believe we are going to pop on over to the subway terminal in just a moment here. And we built on the subway area in a previous episode, this whole plaza area, but we didn't detail it, and that's what we're going to do right now. And you can see we have the ground level that we're working on here, but the actual subway terminal is below ground. And the story here is that this area here is the modern subway terminal, and below ground we're going to have some shopping areas as well as, you know, the entrance for all the subway lines. But in the background you can see the building in the background in the top right corner right now is supposed to be like the older original subway terminal that's kind of, you know, been phased out because the city grew past it, so we have a new modern terminal right next to it. So that's kind of the story of this little area here, and we have a big old fat plaza to hold the entrance of this big subway terminal with some nice trees, and we're going to detail it up just a little bit here. And speaking of the subway terminal and, you know, outgrowing the older one in the background there, I will put a image up of the vision for all the subway lines that we're going to have. These aren't built yet because there's a lot of subway lines to build, but this is sort of the vision of the extent of where our subway is going to be, at least throughout downtown. Obviously, once we expand past downtown and go into like the suburbs and stuff like that, the subway lines will expand with it. But as of now, this is sort of the plan, and we have this beautiful little area to be a sort of hub for all of the subway lines. And real quickly here, these buildings that were previously built by EpDan are being improved on by EpDan, so he wanted to come in and add a few extra details for these buildings around the subway terminals. So that was one that you saw right there, and then this is the one on the other side that he's kind of coming in and detailing a little bit more. And you can see just some nice little details to enhance the area just a little bit, and that looks real nice in the end. And then EpDan is coming here and adding a nice little sort of roof overhang for one of the openings in the terminal, so kind of like a, I guess, rain blocking, so, you know, rain doesn't get all pouring into the opening down into the shopping area below, which we are getting into right now, as you can see. So we are below where we just were a few moments ago, and this is going to be a pretty chunky sized shopping area, as well as the opening for the subway terminal. As you can see, it's sort of two lower levels here. So this is the upper level, and then down below you can see the lower level, and this is going to be a lot of shopping kind of area, as well as the sort of entrance for all the trains and all the lines. And you'll see one of the sort of entrance areas for that we're going to get started on in just a second. But this is going to be a shopping area that we're going to work on in a future episode. This whole hub is probably going to take a few episodes to get done, just because of the size of it and the scope. But like I said, the shopping area will be worked on in the future, and this is right next to that little shopping area. So this is the entrance to one of the subways, one of the subway lines. So we have this big corridor here, and there's going to be some staircases that go down one level below into the actual train platforms. So you'll see that in just a moment. This is sort of like the, I guess, not like the lobby, but I don't know what the word would be, but this is where like the tickets are, where you buy your train tickets, go through the turnstiles, and then this is where you sort of figure out which train you need to get on. And you know, you can go down to each platform, and this is just one of the areas. There's probably gonna be a couple of these, maybe 3 or 4, but this is just one of them. And then this is directly below that. This is the actual platform. So you can see we have 2 trains here, 2 tracks here, sorry, one on either side of the platform. And I don't know exactly where these ones are going to be going in relation to the map. We haven't gotten that far yet, but we just have the platform here for now. So there you go. There's the platform on the other side. So we have 2 lines here that we can do whatever we want with. So that's pretty fun. And there is the beautiful, beautiful train station, the start of it at least. And we're getting some nice cinematics projects of our new skyscrapers and our new train subway hub. So I hope you guys enjoyed this cute little episode. Let me know in the comments below what next you want to see in San Almendro. I did see a lot of the comments suggesting the subway, so that's why we got started on it in this episode. But let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this series. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Stay tuned for the next video on my channel, and until then, goodbye! And a big thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate it very much. And a big thank you to my $10 supporters, Linda Figler, Chandler Hadley, Justin Kim, Bowie, and Walker Army. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day, and goodbye.